Well, that was a big Ben moment for me, when I finally realized that the atonement wasn't just about forgiving sins. As Elder Bruce C. Hafen says, it's not about erasing black marks. That's not the end of the atonement. It's also about helping us through these other aspects of mortality that are very real and very overwhelming. And the atonement, the power of the atonement is there in those personal moments of our lives, here and now. Not just in the hereafter, but here and now. Well, I think the next big Ben moment that I had when it came to the atonement was beginning to understand that the atonement wasn't just about sins or even trials. It was about the self-betterment that can happen as we go through both sins and the repentance process and the trials we face. I mean, think about it. If the atonement is just about living after we die, why did we choose to live? I mean, if it's about going back to God, why did we choose to leave? We were with God. So why did we choose to leave if the atonement's just about going back? If the atonement's just about trials and consolation during hard times, why do we have to go through the hard times at all? We have to understand that the atonement, another facet of the atonement, is that through all of that, we can be made better. And I think my big Ben moment was when I realized that the atonement isn't just about getting us back to heaven. The atonement is about making us heavenly. And we turn to Christ not just because he could get us back, but that he could get us back better for having come. Sometimes we see portrayals of the atonement, the fall and the redemption of mankind, and they're not completely accurate. Sometimes we'll see teachers draw a line and then they draw a big pit and they say, now here's the fall, and then the atonement is the ladder that's lowered down into the pit that we can get up out of the pit and we can get back up to where we were. But that's not right. We're not getting back to where we were. The atonement isn't about restoring the status quo. The atonement is about getting us to higher ground. And that's why we were willing to jump into the pit in the first place, which is something we chose. Not just Adam and Eve, but we made that choice to jump because we knew that Christ could get us back better for having come. And I think that's the perspective that has helped me as I've thought about the atonement and the difference it can make in our lives, because it can change us, it can transform us.